Hello, everybody. Psychic Soul Senses. Today, I want to talk about spiritual immune system because we've been taught to put spirituality or God outside of us that we don't realize by growing spiritually and with God, we actually build our immune system. We become healthier humans. We think stronger, and we are less likely to become possessed. Possession is a real thing, especially with addicts, people that are susceptible to mental illnesses are susceptible to possessions. They're not as close to God as they should be. Carl Jung talks a lot about mental illnesses and how a mental illness is not a life disease. It's not a death sentence. He talks about how mentally ill can actually heal themselves by healing the traumas that led to the mental illness. As a matter of fact, there is a video on YouTube that talks about how your feelings, each different feeling becomes a different response in your body. So, dis-ease is disease. So you could be heartbroken and feel it here, and it could cause you to have anxiety, panic attacks. What's the other one? PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome. There's other emotions that can cause your gut to shut down and put you in fight or flight mode, which is fear. And so all of your body energy would go to your arms and legs because you need to be able to run and get away from whatever you're scared of. And so it cuts out your digestive system, and then that's when people start having problems with digestion issues, leaky gut, things like that. So I want to talk about the spiritual immune system. To be sovereign over oneself, is to be free of the control of coercion of others. To truly have the freedom to direct one's own life requires an accurate assessment of conditions, which affords the right to apply informed consent to our individual decision making. We extend that belief to include freedom and self-determination in the direction of one's consciousness, which connects with the soul, spirit, and higher avatar intelligence. The spiritual bodies, which form into powerful forces of protection that form the spiritual immune system. Self-sovereignty is inherently a human right given through God source and universal laws, expressed through the law of one, which describes the laws that direct the complex quantum mechanics governing the movement of consciousness through time and space. Ascension is a simultaneous increase of expanding consciousness that occurs when our spiritual energetic bodies connect to our physical bodies. And thus, when these higher consciousness bodies come online, they activate and amplify our spiritual immune system. Our spiritual immune system requires personal attention, discernment of forces, and proper nourishment in order to function well. It is the same as our physical immune system that requires nutrients and substance to be effective at deflecting and neutralizing negative pathogenic forces. The majority are unaware that all human beings have a spiritual immune system, as well as a biological immune system, and that these are interdependent systems that function together to protect our living body and consciousness from foreign invaders and negative forces. Our sense of spirituality and how we perceive our relationship to a higher power is directly related to our immune system functioning and its effect upon our health and well-being. The development of our spiritual immune system enhances our ability to cope with stress, resulting in better health practices with greater overall contentment with the quality of life we experience. Our health and sanity are connected to educating ourselves about our biological spiritual immune systems, not about the mass injection of mandate vaccines enforced by those ultimately serving the tyrannical forces of the NNA. Now, throughout this series, we've been talking about how we have decided to leave the beliefs someone else taught us at the door before coming and watching these videos. Because I have said that we're going to look at the fallen angels as aliens, because that's the term that they gave us. So those are the aliens, and they messed with our DNA. They are the ones that created whatever with us, and those are the ones that we are following, which aren't the true God. So, if they were, they would have taught us how to really do this. I'm sorry I'm a mess today. I really don't care. I'm getting ready to go get ready for a doctor. For my mom. I don't believe in doctors. So, I had high blood pressure when I was younger. And do you know, when I started working on meditation and changing my mind, that they took me off the blood pressure pill? I've been off of it for 6 years now. I don't need it. I don't have high blood pressure. It was my thoughts, where it was constantly racing all the time, that caused high blood pressure. So, when we activate and connect with our heart presence and inner spirit, exploring what it truly means to be in our lives, this conscious participation with divinity also greatly protects human beings from the harmful onslaught of dark forces, whether these forces are seen or unseen, known or unknown. The loving and pure heart that has the faith or direct experience that connects to divinity without intermediary is what protects us. This activates and powers up our inner spiritual immune system, repelling the darkest fears and anxieties that cloud our minds with deceptions and lies that are being spread by the controllers to attempt to force submission and consent onto their enslavement agendas. When we are spiritually stronger, we can sense the harmful intent and refuse to submit to immoral laws being put in place by tyrants. During this time of the dark night of the soul, which is leading humanity to a global awakening, this is the great opportunity to deeply inquire within and reclaim our inherent divinity. Now, when I had my connection with God, my heart lit up, the heart presence, the heart chakra lit up. I was communicating with a higher source. They had explained to me that when you're approached by someone and you're not sure of their intent, you use love to discern. So you use love, the loving frequency, to ask if that person is correct or that person is good. So you would use the same strategy if dealing with an energy force, or say a ghost or a spirit that you can't see in the physical, or you can semi-see it in the physical. You would shoot a love consciousness frequency to it. If it gives you that back, it's okay. If you don't get that back, it's not okay. So it's funny, because I was told this exact same thing and taught this, and then now I'm reading about it. Somebody else has come to the same conclusion I have. And I did it without books. I did it without this help. Like everything I'm reading to you now, it was like it was downloaded to me 2 or 3 years ago. I just now got the nerve up to start teaching it regular and going through it like I should. I listen to my divinity every day to tell me what I should do next or what I should talk about next. So, to activate our spiritual immune system and to deflect rampant parasitic energies, knowledge that the human beings are multidimensional electromagnetic spiritual beings with a light body that explicitly belongs to them and is enforced in natural laws is critical information at this time. Everything that is inside our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies belongs to us in natural law, and there is strong spiritual power activated in where we consciously place our consent and therefore lack of. So you've heard the saying that wherever you put your intention, that's where you are. Wherever your thoughts are, that's where you are. That is correct. But that's also manifestation. That's how you bring that to you. So, we're going to... Spiritual immunity strengthens the physical immunity. The human light body is comprised of multiple interconnected layers of electromagnetic fields of energy that extend all around the physical body like an energetic shield covering and protecting all of the layers of consciousness. When we are meditating and practicing our 12D shielding, we are placing our attention on our light body at the Avatar Christos level, which helps strengthen, protect, and grow our personal consciousness body, which further generates and energizes the spiritual immune system. This quality, color, and size of organic energy aura of a person is directly related to the level of energetic balance that relates to the overall health, bioneurological functioning, and spiritual connection that the person has to the natural laws. A person with a bigger and brighter organic energy aura is more healthy, coherent, and balanced, with a strong functioning spiritual immune system that is in turn nourishes the cells and vital forces that help protect and strengthen and heal the physical body from states of disease or dysfunction. Thus, it is critical to understand that the biological immune system that defends our body from pathogenic invaders and toxins is directly interrelated to the functions of the spiritual immune system, which relies on quality of the light body consciousness development to draw upon the energy healing resources to sustain optimum health. So you can sit here in meditation and I like to clear my mind first, of course, and then I go pulling my energy up, filling my energy through my body. And then, I'll imagine a light color, it'll come through. And whatever color pops through is the color I will, filter through my body. I imagine, say, yellow going through my body. That's right here. That's right under the solar plexus. It actually is action, movement. So, whatever goals you may have or that you daydream about or things that you want to happen, that is the action state that it'll come through as. The key to restoring the energetic balance and maintaining health for our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies is to understand that we must sustain an abundant amount of life force energy to circulate throughout our light body anatomy, and physical structures in order to nurture the spiritual immune system. So, through the consumption of healthy food, water, breathing fresh air, as well as maintaining a healthy mental and emotional diet of adequate rest, self-care, and prayer and meditation, helps. Connecting with our inner spirit and God source intentionally every day through prayer and meditation strengthens our life force. Thus, the most important question for each individual becomes what activates and interacts with people, places, and things and lifestyles. So we are what we eat, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So, a cleaned up subconscious mind along with a strong spiritual immune system helps us to more easily withstand and defend ourselves to overcome psychic attacks and dark force manipulation and targeted weaponry used in the interdimensional planes can weaken our physical health on the earth plane. In all matters of personal health, well-being, and spiritual development, first and foremost, we should consult with our inner spirit and God source as a true healing physician and request that God protects, or God's perfect will manifested in our lives within all interactions. Sorry, I kind of had a duh moment. But anyways, so basically we come to a point to where, like, okay, I don't like to judge people. I feel like when you say something like, well, I wonder if so-and-so made it to heaven, that's a judgmental statement, and it's really none of my business, right? Because it's based on what I believe heaven is, not what somebody else might believe heaven is. Basically, anything that you question about somebody or something that is based upon your beliefs is a judgment. And so I try not to judge people. This is going to be a short video. I've got to get ready for the doctor. I got to go take a shower. I had to shoot this so I could get it out. I am going to put another one out this evening. In fact, the next video is going to be more into some of the control grids, the mass manipulation and mind control, victimizer programs, things like that, so you can better understand some of the things that are set to control us, you know. I really feel like one of the big control grids is our government system, and going all the way down to our local authorities, our police, okay, and our local government. I believe that not all of the people that work in there are bad people. However, I believe that they have been trained in old draconian laws and measures to where they take away your rights without realizing they're doing it and without you realizing they're doing it. All in safety and help protect you, you know, kind of thing. But it's not. It's to take away our rights and privileges. So, anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I will be back this evening, and you all have a good day. I hope this resonates with anybody. I hope it helps.